Welcome to this baking lesson. Today, we will learn how to prepare delicious yeast-leavened bread rolls by following a structured process and integrating fundamental baking techniques. Follow these detailed systematic steps to create soft golden rolls perfect for any meal. Required equipment and utensils. 2 mixing bowls, one for kneading the dough and one for fermentation or proving. Measuring cups and spoons for accurately measuring liquids and small quantities of ingredients. Digital scale for precise measurement of dry ingredients. Wooden spoon or dough scraper for mixing ingredients and handling sticky dough during kneading. Clean surface, pastry board or countertop for kneading the dough. Baking tray or sheet for proving and baking the rolls. Parchment paper or reusable silicone baking mat to line the baking tray and prevent dough from sticking. Pastry brush for glazing the rolls with egg wash. Sieve for sifting dry ingredients such as flour and salt. Clean kitchen towels or reusable covers for covering the dough during proving to retain moisture and prevent a dry crust. Oven with temperature control for baking the rolls at a correct temperature. Wire cooking rack for cooling the baked rolls evenly. Rolling pin, which is optional, for shaping the dough into specific forms if needed, for example, knots or twists. Thermometer, optional, to check water temperature for yeast activation and the bread's internal temperature. 88 to 93 degrees Celsius or 190 degrees Fahrenheit to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Spray bottle, optional, for mixing water into the oven to create steam during fermentation. Strong bread flour or plain household flour, 200 grams or 500 grams. Yeast, 5 grams or 12 grams. Liquid, warm water or milk, 125 milliliters or 300 milliliters. Margarine, 10 grams or 25 grams. Caster sugar, 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon. Salt, 5 grams or 10 grams. Baking procedure. Step 1. Mise en place. Scaling and preparing. First, gather and precisely weigh all your ingredients. Baking is chemistry. Too much or too little of any component throws off hydration and fermentation. Use your digital scale to weigh 200 grams of bread flour. Measure 5 grams of salt. Now we hydrate the flour proteins. First, sift flour and salt together to remove lumps and evenly distribute the salt. Activate the yeast. Proofing. Measure 125 milliliters of warm liquid, Measure 5 grams of active yeast, Yeast cells are living organisms. If they are dead, your rolls won't rise. Stir in 1 teaspoon of sugar, which is food for the yeast. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until a creamy foam forms. That froth means the yeast is alive and kicking. Step 4. Mixing the dough. Add 10 grams of margarine, Rub the margarine into the flour so that the fat coats some of the proteins. This shortens gluten strands slightly, giving a tender crumb. And 1 teaspoon of sugar, pour in the yeast mixture, then mix until the dough just comes together into a rough, shaggy mess. Kneading. Kneading aligns gluten proteins into a stretchy network that traps carbon dioxide. Push the dough away with the heel of your hand. Fold it back, rotate 90 degrees, and repeat for about 10 minutes. You'll feel it go from sticky to smooth and elastic. Fast rise, bulk fermentation. Transfer your dough to the greased bowl. Then cover with a damp cloth or plastic wrap. Place in a warm spot. This not only leavens but builds flavor. As yeast ferments sugars, it releases carbon dioxide. Wait until the dough doubles in volume, about 1 to 1.5 hours. Knocking back or punching down. Gently deflate the dough by pressing your fist into the center. This releases large gas pockets, reduces yeast cells and sugars, and relaxes the gluten so shaping is easier and the final crumb is even. Scaling or dividing. For uniform rolls, divide the dough into equal portions about 40 grams each. Shaping. Mold each portion into your desired shape, for example, round or slightly oval, on a lightly floured surface. If desired, use a rolling pin for consistent shaping. Second proof, final rise. Cover loosely with a damp cloth and let them rise for about 20 to 30 minutes until puffy and nearly doubled. This final proof sets up oven spring, the last burst of lift in the oven. During second proof, preheat the oven. While the rolls are proofing, preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius or 425 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 7. A thoroughly hot oven is critical for maximum oven spring and proper crust formation. Glazing and topping. Just before baking, brush each roll with egg wash, 1 beaten egg plus splash of water. The proteins and sugars in the wash promote Maillard browning, giving you that irresistible golden shine. You can also sprinkle seeds or coarse salt. Now egg wash acts like glue. Baking. Slide the tray into your fully preheated oven. Bake at 220 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, then lower to 200 degrees Celsius. Gas mark 6 for another 10 to 15 minutes until the rolls are deep golden and register about 90 to 95 degrees Celsius internally. During baking, starch gelatinizes and gluten proteins set, trapping moisture and creating that soft crumb. Finishing and cooling. Once out of the oven, transfer to a wire rack to cool. This prevents the bottoms from steaming and going soggy. Let them rest for 10 minutes, then serve warm or at room temperature.